Sure, you've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Handoff to the single running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the middle. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah,
what a snag by the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Quarterback will audible. The give to the big fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Daron Paynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. They want to just keep throwing it. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm, maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
On the ground, it's Riley.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's DeMarco. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Trying to move them on the counter. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown tie. And once he got loose, it was all over. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offense gets set for second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quick completion on the out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Rolls onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Dropping back, it's DeMarco. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Love the effort. Tried the toe tap, but at the end of the day.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score at half, 7, NC State, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
So I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Riley. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Touch pass on the run. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting. And
pulls it in inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Handoff to the lone back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Offensively, it's a really tough area, right? When you're in the black zone, you're backed up inside your own 20. And in this case, even further back towards the end zone. I'm just trying to create space for my quarterback. If I drop back and pass and I get sacked, it's a safety. So I need to run the football, give myself a little bit more daylight, but I just need to have a little more success than I did there.
Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake. Connection to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, BAMA! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Off play action. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. The give to the fullback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Let's go! He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
NC State, 7.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gonna let it fly. Snags it. Touchdown tie. And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here.
And And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across.
And he intercepts it. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to get the corner. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Give to the running back. Obliterates him, still on the move. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. It's good. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Hand off to the fullback. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal to go to situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the 1st down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the 1st down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. NC State going up tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Get set, get set.
Give to the big fullback. Plows through the defense. NC State will pick up the first down.
Well, how about that play call? Third down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
Green 25.
Sticks it in his belly. Just plowing down the field. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. They'll go to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up third and goal.
On the ready.
The pressure ramps up on third and goal.
42 Spider. Ready.
They'll try to run it in. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And goal.
Got it.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 38, NC State 7.
On the set.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
Philly.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Gorilla. Ready.
Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Ready.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Lasso. Ready.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll try it over the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Power football with the run. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Wants to throw. It's DeMarco. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me Now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Moves.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42.
Spider.
They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Set.
He'll do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Now on 2nd down.
Pound 55 weeks.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
On the ready.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They move the tight end all over. Going to the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, hit the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases.